Good morning, students. Precipitation. In the previous session, we have discussed about the precipitation and the forms of precipitation. In this session, I am going to explain about the types of precipitation. Precipitation is usually classified on the basis of the basic processes involved in causing the same. The first one is the cyclonic precipitation, and the second is convective precipitation, and the third one is orographic precipitation, and the fourth is the precipitation due to turbulent ascent. In the first type, the cyclonic precipitation, there are two types of precipitation. One is frontal precipitation and the second one is non-frontal precipitation. So what is cyclonic precipitation? It results from lifting of air masses converging into low pressure area of cyclone. You can see, look at the screen, the sketch shows how this pressure rises and the how the evaporation and the precipitation occurs. It is caused by the difference of pressure within the air mass on the surface of the earth. If low pressure is generated at some place, the warm moist air from the surrounding area rushes to the zone of low pressure with violent force. The warm moist air rises up with whirling motion and gets condensed at higher altitude, and ultimately heavy rainfall occurs. In the cyclonic precipitation, as I said, there are two types. The one is frontal precipitation. You can see on the screen, it's a frontal precipitation type. Here you can see the zone of cold area and warm moist air. How the warm moist air lifts, and because of the cold, the precipitation occurs. Frontal precipitation, a border region between two adjacent air masses having different characteristics such as temperature and humidity, is called a front. So what is front? A border region between two adjacent air masses having different characteristics such as temperature and humidity is called a front. When the moving warm moist air mass is obstructed by the zone of cold air mass, the warm moist air rises up. As it is lighter than cold air mass, to higher altitude where it gets condensed and heavy rainfall occurs. The next one is non-frontal precipitation. Look at the screen. This is the non-frontal type precipitation. In this case, moist warm air mass is stationary and the moving cold air mass meets it. In the frontal air precipitation, the zone of cold air was stationary, warm moist air is moving. When the warm moist air mass rushes to the zone of low pressure from the surrounding area, a pocket is formed and the warm moist air rises up like a chimney towards higher altitude. At higher altitude, this air mass gets condensed and heavy rainfall occurs. And the second one is the convective precipitation in tropical tropical countries. When on a particular hot day the ground surface gets heated unequally, the warm air is lifted to high altitude and the cooler air takes its place with high velocity. Thus, the warm moist air mass is condensed at the high altitude, causing heavy rainfall. Convective precipitation is spotty and its intensity may vary from light showers to cloud bursts. Based on the intensity, the rainfall occurs sometime. The rain will be like light showers, sometime the cloud bursts. And the next one is orographic precipitation. Orographic precipitation is due to lifting of warm moisture laden air masses due to topographic barriers such as mountains. The mechanical lifting of moist air over mountain barriers causes heavy precipitation on the windward side when moist bearing winds usually blowing from oceans to land surface are forced far above the ground surface by the influence of the coastal mountain ranges. The cooling and condensation processes take place and the precipitation occurs on the windward side of the mountains. And the fourth one is precipitation due to turbulent ascent. Air mass is forced to rise up due to greater friction of Earth's surface after its travel over ocean. The air mass rises up because of increased turbulence and friction. When it ultimately condenses and precipitation occurs. Winter rainfall in Tamil Nadu is mainly due to the process. So this is about the types of precipitation. Thank you.